Welcome back to the Crochet Karate with my friends at yarnspirations.com. Today we're going to do a flat stitch join. This is a join that I don't particularly enjoy, but I'm going to take it for the team, my friends. I'm going to show you how it's done. There is a purpose for this join. Let's quickly talk about that, and then I'm going to quickly demonstrate on how to do the join. Welcome to my channel, and I'm here to inspire you, give you crochet advice, and help you along with your next project. If you enjoyed this pattern, please give me a thumbs up or even comment so I can gauge your interest. It helps me to know what to film next. So let's give this join a little bit of positive feedback and love before I destroy it. You do not need a sewing needle. Whoop, gone, done. You just need a crochet hook in order to play. You'll need that tapestry needle just to weave in your ends, but you don't need to sew it together. The thing about it that I really do not like about the stitch is that it's extremely tight, and in certain elements such as maybe joining pieces of an afghan together, it doesn't work so well because the join does not have any flexibility to it. You tend to be over tight with it. So on certain things, maybe like a crochet ball of joining those hexagons or those pentagons together, perfect for that, but in this particular case not so much. So the goal for this is to join it with your crochet hook and to also join it so that the seam line goes in between the stitches and actually pulls them together. So without further ado, let me show you some magic, and you can leave me a comment. How do you feel about this stitch? Does it make you all squirmy in your seat, or do you love it and you want to smile all your way through it? You let me know. So let's begin to put these together. Leave a longer tail so that you can use a tapestry needle to hide it in, and I need you to focus on the back loop of each one of these. So the back loop is the one that's furthest away from you on this one, and here, because the square is over there, it's the back loop, so it's the one closest to you. Okay, so that what's gonna happen is that this stitch is going to bury itself into a groove and be a flat stitch join. So what you're going to do is just loop the yarn. Do not create a slip knot, and you'll have to use your tapestry needle to hide it in. I'm not gonna cover that in today's tutorial. This is just for the flat stitch join. And what I want to do is go into the back loop only of the one, noticing that I'm going straight down in. The only thing straight today is this. So what I want to do is come to the back loop of this one, which is the one that's closest to me, and I want to come straight on down. So when you're going in this way, this one here is gonna be over top of the other one, but it's straight on down. Grab the loop. The first time is kind of a pain. So just grab the loop and pull through and through. And now you've just established the yarn coming through. So the yarn is always gonna be on the back side for this. So your hands will be like a sewing machine. So you're gonna come to the next back loop here, and then the next back loop here. And move the yarn tail so it's out of the way so that you don't accidentally grab that. And you're going to just grab the one going to the yarn ball, wrap it, and pulling it through everything. So through, through, and through. This has no flexibility to it, so if you need it to be a little bit stretchy, just be a little bit looser. And then once you're ready, go to the next back loop that's ready for you. So the next straight on in, grab the yarn tail that's going to the ball, pull it through. It's a finicky thing, this stitch, but it has its purpose, and you're pulling it through. So you see it looks like it's just slips. It looks like surface overlay. That's exactly what it looks like. So you're just gonna go down in and down in, and be smart about it. Okay, so just don't, oh, I'm gonna pick this one and then I'm gonna go over and jump this one. Be consistent about it if you want consistency. Okay, so just don't join the pink first and then that one. Always be consistent. It'll look better for you. And if you want to do it that way, hey, you are the artist, and if you think it works, great. Run with it. So there is no crochet police as far as I know, because I'd be arrested already. I like to break some rules once in a while, and a stitch that I would replace with this if I really wasn't in the mood for this is that I would do a whip stitch to join this instead. And we have another tutorial available on whip stitching if you want, and it's also called the invisible seam, and it's somebody taught me one day, and I'm like, it was a game changer. So when you look at it from this perspective, right, it's nice and flat, and so the back of this stitch then stays like this. It looks just like a sewing machine. the way that it's joining. And on the back, because I've been consistent, it'll look consistent. So if you start jumping around all over the place like a jackrabbit, then it's gonna be a bit of an interesting story. So this is how you do it. When you get to the end of your motif or whatever you're joining, then you're just going to just fasten off like you normally would, with just weaving in your ends back and forth a total of 3 times. Split as many plies as possible, and that's something that you can enjoy. So this here is the flat stitch join, and it's a great little technique to use, but it's not always my favorite, which is never. Have a good one. We'll see you again real soon. Bye.